What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our end of the year update video. And, well, I'll just say this much. I've actually tried to record this video quite a few times, and every time has been a little bit different. But this is probably the most, I would say, appropriate time to be recording this sort of video, just because we're in December finally. We're in the last month of the year, and this year for your boy has been probably one of the toughest ones he's had to deal with ever. And I'll break that down in just a second. I'm trying to actually pull up my notes for what I want to talk about, because there's a lot of stuff that I do feel like I do have to end up talking, or I have to feel like I need to talk about. So this might be a pretty long video, so just make sure you guys, there's going to be certain points that you're going to want to listen to, or maybe you don't. It doesn't matter to me. But if you do have some interest in me as the person and not necessarily just what I'm doing for content, then you should probably listen up. So this year, man, it has been a really, really rough year. Most of you probably can figure out why if you've been around the channel long enough. But I was in a relationship with someone named Jenna, and we actually ended up splitting up in February of this year. And it's been one of those things that, from really a personal standpoint, it has not been great. I really wasn't sure, to be honest, where I was in life. And I know I'm not trying to sound like super cliche or anything like that, because it's, to me, it's kind of cringy, but I want to, preface the importance of what I'm saying. And what I mean by that is, like, when I look at things this year from a channel perspective and like a lot of other perspectives, it was great. But this was the other side of the scale. This was the other side weighing the scale down, and it really, really did weigh me down. And I wasn't sure really what I was gonna do after, and I'm not sure, to be honest, if I'm really recovered from it, because I was with her for 3 years. I actually prefaced, or said, I don't want to keep using the same word, preface, but I made reference to this in the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Lovelock series. The reason why I made a little bit of a intro portion of that video was because that was a series that we did together. And it was actually one of those things, like when I was going through and editing the death montage for that series, kind of just out of like a personal respect, because I noticed that video, or at least the stream part of that series, gained a lot of traction after I uploaded the death montage. So I went out of my way to try to, crop her out of the video, or the death montage, just so that way people, basically so people don't do stupid shit. That's basically why I did it. And I don't know if we're ever gonna talk again or what the case is gonna be, but out of just respect to her, and out of respect for myself, I've tried to just make very little mention of her and not really try to make anything like personal out there to people. So that really did kick me down. You may have noticed around the time that we were streaming like Reborn and all those other series that I was really, really like depressed. And it's kind of still been the case. There's still moments where I get kind of down in the dumps about it, and that's normal to anybody who's been in a long-term relationship. So I know a lot of things involving me is that I will eventually get over it because I have to get over it. I'm not going to let the same thing that's been bothering me for almost 10 months now, for almost a year, kick me down. And that's why I wanted to talk about that first, just so you guys understand from the YouTube, or well, from the personal side of things, I should say. It sucked in that aspect, but other parts of my personal life, like graduating college, that's huge. And even though like socializing and whatnot became a lot harder because I'm not in college anymore, I love what I do for a career, whether it's YouTube or whether it's teaching. So it's one of those things where I'm very passionate about both those things, and I'm trying to do both those things at the same time, which is hard. But even then, like, I've enjoyed I really enjoyed where I've like climbed back up out of that hole. I'm very, very happy about that. And that's something that is super duper important. And I think that's a very, very crucial message to send to people who may be struggling themselves, is that your happiest days are going to be ahead of you. You definitely have not peaked in life, especially if you're around the same age as me. You have not peaked in life yet. There's definitely brighter days that are ahead of you. So, you know, you're only a loser if you give up. That's actually a quote that I heard in a video today. Like, you're only a loser if you stop trying. And that's been like my mantra with like anything that I do, really. I don't give up easily. I have a lot of moments where I'm in doubt, but you never want to give up. And that's my message to you, the viewer, whoever's watching this, whether you're a close friend of mine or if you're just a random stranger. Now that we can stop being all soppy for a second, we're going to talk about the analytics. So this year has probably been the most we've grown on the channel. I would say it's definitely slowed down a lot over the past few months, but it's been a lot harder to get some uploads, especially with me doing teaching and all that stuff. But this is what we're looking like right now for analytics as of this year. So currently, when we're recording this video, we're at 240 subscribers, which is huge because my goal this year, I believe, was just to hit 200, and we smashed it. We've actually gained 103 subscribers throughout the duration of this year, and that's awesome. And the thing is that we're not even at the end of the year. Technically, we still have 21 days. We have 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today is New Year's Eve. Watch time in hours is 1,200, and that's increased from last year. And then we have 73,000 channel views from this year, and a lot of those came from YouTube Shorts, and I understand that. But one thing I noticed is that with some of the live streams and some of the videos, they gained some traction, and that was actually really, really cool to look at. And just to put it in comparison, these numbers look like they're doubled from last year. So let me just look at that real quick. So yeah, 45 subscribers is what we got in 2022. Our watch time in terms of hours was 506, so yeah, that's double. And then views was 25,000, which was we were triple that, which is pretty good. Yeah, so the percentage increase from last year was 129% in terms of subscribers, 151% in terms of watch time hours, and then 193% in views. So very, very happy with how that is. And looking at all my videos that are my best videos of the year, obviously they're all shorts because they're like less of a video. But I don't want to look at it from just that. When we look at the amount of content we did, can it actually tell us all? All right, so this is what we're at. So 90 of my subscribers came from shorts, 31 from videos, and 18 of them came from live stream. It's awesome that they're all playing a part. For the views, 58,000 came from shorts, 12,000 came from videos, and 3,000 came from live stream. But published content, that was the one I wanted to look at. So we've published 393 videos this year, 194 live streams, and then 192 shorts. So that's somewhere about 800 pieces of content. And again, this is as of December 10th. So these numbers are going to be a little bit different, actually, when we look at 2023 as a whole. But that's actually really, really cool to look at. And the nice thing, too, is we are currently on an upload streak since May 20th, which I can't remember how many days that is. So I'll ask Siri. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. How many days ago was May 20th? 204 days ago. And that is just any sort of piece of content. It used to be strictly just videos, but any sort of upload with content. We have done it for 204 days in a row. And it would be really, really cool if we could get to that year marker for that upload. And I've been really pushing it with some of them, but yeah, no, I'm really, really happy with how this year has gone. But even though we're happy about this year, we gotta look forward. We gotta look ahead. So I'm gonna kind of do these a little bit out of order because that way I know exactly what I'm trying to do. So currently, like I said, this is December 10th, which means we will be still doing Super Mario Wonder, which I need to get on top of that and recording. And fun fact, that's actually the only series that we have, recording series we have right now. And I'm actually glad because I want to finish that game up before I kind of throw another game in there. So in terms of games that I still want to play as a series, Super Mario RPG is one. I have a bunch of games on my list that I would like to do, but Super Mario RPG is one, so that's something I'd like to do after. I'm not sure if I'm going to live stream it or not. We'll see. But we got that. We got Generations Master Mode, which is going to start, and I'm not joking when I say this, it will start immediately after we are done with the Indigo Disc DLC for Scarlet and Violet. Immediately afterwards. So, just to make that point clear to you, the viewer, that series is coming back that time. And then immediately after we do Generations Master Mode, then we will get into our Pokemon Violet Master Mode. So yes, we're doing a Master Mode in Pokemon Violet twice, back to back. And then depending on how the streaming schedule is looking, with that, we will get into we will be returning to Final Fantasy VII Remake, as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is dropping on February 29th, sorry. And even though that seems like it's a long time away, it's really not. It's going to be here before we know it. So that's probably the timeline in terms of streaming series. Free Time Friday is going to be staying its normal thing. Actually, what I wanted to do was a little bit of something different. So for Free Time Friday, we have done many games, and there are some story games that we started on Free Time Friday that we have not completed, a lot of them actually. So what I wanted to do was kind of like a sister series of Free Time Friday. Even though Free Time Friday isn't technically a series, I would like to do something that's like a story game Saturday. And I don't know if I necessarily want to dub it Story Game Saturday, but what I would do is I would pick one of the games that I have started from Free Time Friday, and I would play through it and finish it in a live stream format as a series on the channel. And once we do that, we're done. We don't even need to play it on Free Time Friday anymore. So that's what I would do. And for some of them, it makes sense. Some of them might not make as much sense. But I would like to do that as a Saturday/Sunday thing. I'd also like to take shiny hunting off of Free Time Friday, and what I mean by that is not have it ever be an every week thing. So maybe that's something we do for, like, we stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Free Time Friday is what it is. Story time, we'll play a story game either Saturday or Sunday, and then we'll shiny hunt Saturday or Sunday as well. So, like, maybe with that will switch, depending on what I feel like streaming, really. But that's what I would like to do, and I almost want to make like a little bit of a schedule and see how I can do that and see how well I can kind of discipline myself of doing that, because it'll be hard, especially with me teaching and whatnot. But we got oh, another thing, and I haven't done this in a while. We have been streaming us updating our like stream graphics and all this sort of stuff. That has not been forgotten, and it's actually something that will lead into the next set of like series that I want to talk, or next sort of things that I want to talk about in terms of content and reaching out into other like platforms and whatnot. But we still have to do a new intro, and we got a Be Right Back screen and a new banner. So banner and intro still need to be done, and I would like to do a new channel icon as well. I don't know when that is gonna happen just yet. But kind of on top of that, a viewer, and I'm sorry I don't remember your name, and I'm sorry we haven't gotten to this yet, but just remember, I'm a very busy person, and I just prefaced that to you right now. But with the fact that we have played a bunch of games and whatnot, a lot of people would, I mean, and I didn't even think about this because I still think my base is still pretty small, but making a community Discord. Now, the cool thing is that I feel like for me right now, I kind of already have a community Discord, but it's more, I wouldn't say it's kind of a community Discord, but it's also kind of not. And what I mean by that is like we have a bunch of people in the E family, that's kind of my friend group, where we're in this Discord and we play a lot of different games and we hang out and all that stuff. But I would like to make a community Discord regarding my stuff. So it'd be like when stuff is uploaded, any sort of thing like that. That's what I want to do, and I need to do that. I just have to ask either Matt or Kevin to help me out with making that so we can get it made correctly and get it made soon. And then that would be something that I can promote as well. So we're gonna get on to the eventually, like I said, once I'm not as busy, I would like to do that. So there's the Discord, and then I would like to post more personalized videos on TikTok. And what I mean by more personalized is not necessarily just posting game clips. So that way it kind of gives me a new variety of content to connect to other people. Because I think some people they only see the content of like the gaming clips that I upload. So that's I would say that's like a one-way street and like a narrow path. They don't know a lot of like the personal stuff about me and whatnot. So that's something that I would like to do. So post more personalized TikTok videos on TikTok. And I like to post more on Instagram and X in terms of video clips and whatnot as well. Now, that does not mean all of the YouTube shorts and TikToks that I have posted are going to be posted on Instagram or X. It's going to be starting January 1st, it's going to be whatever newer clips or whatnot that I have at my disposal. It's not going to be the bajillion ones that I've had over the last couple of years. It's going to be the newer stuff, so that way, again, it connects to newer people, and hopefully that grows the base a little bit more. Then I would like to try, and this is a big ask. This is what I mean by like 2024 being a huge year for us. You already know what the plan is in terms of like streaming series and whatnot. But I would like to see if I could do a series with each member of the E family. So let's see. Of the people in the E family, that would include Med, Dante, Marcos, Mr. Brown, Drakester, Kevin, Danny, and possibly Sarah. I'd have to see what she would want to play, but we would see. But the point is that I would like to try and attempt a series with them. And the rules are pretty simple in what I'm looking for in a series. A game that we can both play, and if, like, for the people who are content creators want to upload it or stream it on there, and, you know, by all means, you can do this as well. But it's something that I would like to see if I could actually do and pull off. And I'm giving myself a 12-month window. So with some of these games, it could be a couple weeks or it could be a couple months. Because right now it's kind of a test run right now, actually, with Drake. Because the Mario Kart streams on Mondays, I love doing those with him. And he's having a blast doing it. I know he's having a hard time with editing and getting videos from his POV out and whatnot, but it'd definitely be a cool thing to do, to try and get everyone that you sometimes see either all the time or don't see all the time on a series on the channel, because you do get to see the guys and gals on Free Time Friday, but maybe you want to see them in other sort of videos and whatnot. And then what else do I need to say? All right, and then the best moments of the year video, that is going to drop January 1st. I'm not going to be like last year where I wait until almost February to upload the best moments of 2022. It is going to drop January 1st, 2024. I will get all those video clips ready, which is going to take me a while, but I'm trying to do that. I'm also trying to make it where a lot of like the videos in my one-off playlist get put into like a specific game playlist. What I mean by that is, like, if I played Minecraft playlist. If I played Fortnite, it's Fortnite only playlist. Call of Duty, doesn't matter what the game is, I put in a Call of Duty playlist. Like, I want specific playlists like that, so that way it's like if you want to watch specific videos made by me, you got a playlist right there for you. Because I know sometimes people don't like, maybe they don't like a certain game that I'm playing, or maybe they do, I don't know. But yeah, I'm doing that currently. And then this is what I'm gonna call the big series of the year. I have actually been planning to do this series for like 2.5 years, and it's kind of similar to the Generations Master Mode in the sense that this series is going to be a very, very long one, and going to cover multiple videos and all this stuff. And it is a tournament. Now, it isn't a tournament involving people, but it is going to be a tournament involving Pokemon trainers. I actually have 3 different tournaments like listed out, and I really should go with one of the smaller ones first. But alas, I'm gonna do probably the biggest one first, because why not? Why would I not do that? But I am calling it the Pokemon Masters Tournament, even though it probably could have a better title, and I'll probably try to think of a better title later on, and you'll get a little bit more information on this when you get the video of the actual series, because that is going to be starting January 1st as well. So I'm going to make that point like clear to you right now. The reason why I'm starting it January 1st is, like I said, with Scarlet and Violet's DLC dropping, I want to make sure that I have all of the important characters in the game put into this tournament before we actually get into it, because I don't know what to expect with the DLC, so there is that. But I want to say that's pretty much everything I have to say. So yeah, like I said, new end of year moments video, or a best of year moments video going up January 1st. Pokemon Masters tournament that will start on January 1st. You'll get the DLC regarding Scarlet and Violet starting on Thursday, which, depending on when this video goes out, probably is tomorrow actually. So keep your eyes peeled for that if it is in fact if this is going up on the 13th. This might actually be going up on the 14th, so keep your eyes peeled, what I'm saying. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, oh, one more thing. Another goal of mine was to get all of the death montages caught up to our most recent series. So Heart Gold death montage is what I need to get to by the end of this year. So I have 3 weeks to make a Pokemon Emerald Extreme Randomizer death montage, a Pokemon Sweet Love Lock death montage, and then a Pokemon Heart Gold Randomized Egg Lock death montage. I definitely think I can do it. We definitely cut down on the number of death montages this year, so that way now, once we actually finish a Nuzlocke series, we should be able to get the death montage out super quickly. So there is that. But if you guys enjoyed this update video, make sure you hit that like button down below because it'd be greatly appreciated. I tried to make it as short as I possibly could, but I had a lot I needed to get to, so yeah. But yeah, if you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe for more if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.